Sorry if my voice is a little raspy right now. I'm a little sick, but with that out of the way, let's get this review started. Man, all the Valeries look so different. One looks normal, the other looks like they are mind controlled, and this one looks like a Cinderay. Her first slot is a 6-star magic slot, and because she lacks a true weapon, arch and equips are the absolute best here. I would put something like Rin's Clothes, Ayakashic Eye, or Nuu's Eye Patch, stuff like that here. The second slot is, well, you guessed it, a 5-star magic slot where you could put another arch gen equip or even some water or magic damage related equip here for some extra DPS. And lastly, her slots are a 4-star magic and defense slot. Frankly, I wouldn't know why you would limit break 7 her for that mid-odd defense slot, so yeah, throw something like Rosetta's Pario here or some other water damage equip. Onto her skill, which deals 1700% water magic damage and increases her own arch by 30. When not in status ailment, she'll increase her arch by 50 instead on 11-second CT. Overall, a solid APS skill to get her kit going. Her arch deals 22,000% water magic damage, and for 25 seconds it increases her own attack by 120%. Overall, good self-DPS increase, but when compared to more modern units who have this self-buff on their normal arch, it kind of falls off. Her true arch deals 60,000% water magic damage, and for 45 seconds it reduces enemies' magic resistance by 70%, and it's stackable. This is basically a better version of Demon Lord Rimru's true arch for magic only 5 seconds longer, so it's really not all that crazy. But if you're doing some damage run with a magic DPS, she's better than Demon Lord Rimru for it. Other than that, I wouldn't use this true arch much. Her super arch deals 165,000% water magic damage, and for 20 seconds increases her own damage by 200%, while also ignoring 100% of enemies' defense. Additionally, on the first usage of this super arch, she'll reset all her magic equips CTs. This is a really good super art with a solid but selfish damage increase. The reset on all magic equips is really good because she only has magic equips, which can make for some fun team compositions. Her first ability increases all allies' damage res to the amount of HP she has, up to 30%. Because this is a unique passive, it'll stack with other characters' damage res stuff, so Shira's unlimited Bladeworks damage res will stack with this, making for some fat damage res. Her second passive increases her own damage by 1%, times her own attack divided by 100. This strengthens the reason to use her normal arch, as if she had a flat 5,000 attack, she would have 11,000% attack and would essentially mean 110% damage boost, which makes up for what the modern units have. This is incredibly similar to Nanon's passive if you didn't understand what I meant. Her third passive increases her own paralyzed resistance by 80%. Again, like Charlotte, there's still a 20% chance they actually get stunned, so I don't know why it isn't 100. So overall, Valerie is one of the 2 Ascended Water Magic DPS units in this entire game. And personally, I'd say she is the strongest, as the other, Summer Ilya, which we haven't covered yet, isn't as crazy as her, I would say. For quest recommendations, I would recommend something attack-oriented, as the benefits her second passive the most. For teams, anything related to Mono Water is the best, and if you're missing Mono Water, having some magic-related team would be the second best. Oh, and I almost forgot, we forgot to cover Charlotte's Gotcha's equips last guide, so we'll just cover both Charlotte and Valerie's here. Char's Gallclaw is a 5-star physical whip that deals 5,000% fire physical damage, and if the enemy is already bleeding, increase its stack of bleed by 1, up to 3. And for 8 seconds, it reduces the enemy's physical resistance by 30% on a 50-second CT. Overall, this equip is really mediocre, but the bleed is kinda good for Charlotte herself, so I would use this on Charlotte. The second equip is Char's Gall Feet. Feet! It's a 5-star physical equip that deals 16,000% fire physical damage, and for 10 seconds, it increases its own attack by 80%, and if the user is fire, 130% instead on a 75-second CT. This equip is actually really bad. I'd see this only being used for nukes, or for one of the characters who have an attack to damage passives for a nuke. As for Valerie, there's only one equip, but that's fine. Valerie's Mingled Stick deals 8,000% water damage magic, and for 15 seconds it increases own damage by 60%, which is stackable, and all human allies' magic damage by 40%, which is also stackable, on an 80-second CT. You might look at this and be like, 80-second CT is for 15 seconds of usage is hella garbage, but then you remember, Valerie resets her equipped CT for the first time on her super arch. If you were to theoretically have 2 of these on her and popped her super arch after using the equips, you would get a self-damage increase of 240% and a human magic damage increase by 160%. which is literally 400 damage, 400% damage on equips alone. I would only recommend doing that for nukes though, but good luck getting 2 of these. 100%, if you get her on banner, you earned yourself the #1 water magic damage dealer in the game right now. Look forward to our Island with Forte guide coming tomorrow.